Hey Ghoulsters, welcome back to our spooky oasis. This is the scariest video I've ever done, ironically, so please excuse me if I'm shaky. I am just extremely nervous right now because this is a really, really big step for me. I'm gonna pause so I can compose myself. I manifested that 2025 would be my fearless year, and the universe was like, "You got it, Mandy." So I'm going to rip the Band-Aid and say it. I got laid off from my job a few weeks ago. I think there was a lot of pride holding me back in saying that publicly because it almost feels like rejection or like I wasn't good enough or the goal I loved and worked so hard towards my entire life didn't love me back. And I know that ultimately it was not on me. But that's kind of just how life goes sometimes. But ultimately, I have also seen so many of you messaging me, commenting about how you've seen me get my spark back, how much you love that I'm posting consistently again, how happy you are that I came back to YouTube, and I am so grateful more than ever, as you can see. And I'm taking that as a sign from the universe that you want more Mandy Spooks in your life, I hope. So I'm coming to you from a place of extreme vulnerability and honesty about where I'm at right now, what my goals are, and what I'm going to be doing with this channel moving forward. Back in September, I uploaded a creative essay about how I was quitting the pursuit of becoming a full-time content creator, and I made that video from a creative place wanting to express myself in a new way. And a lot of people thought I was saying I was quitting content creation completely, but what I meant was that I was stepping away from the traditional content creator hustle because I wanted to focus on filmmaking with my husband. But the truth is, when I made that decision, I felt completely broken as soon as we wrapped our first short film. I lost myself for a few months because as much as I love storytelling and filmmaking, I also really, truly love this community more than you could ever imagine. Mandy Spooks would not exist without the magic and love of the Ghoulster Squad. My confidence comes from knowing you're out there watching and that maybe, just maybe, you need someone reminding you how important it is to be authentic, to live your best spooky life, and to move forward even when it's scary, like today. Creating content and connecting people truly grounds me in a world of stress and chaos. And Mama Spooks recently said, "It's my calling." And I never realized it, but it's perfectly said the way she said it. This is truly what I believe my purpose in this world is. This isn't about being the most famous influencer in the world. It's about doing what I love and making a difference. It's about reaching someone who feels alone or like they have to hide who they are and letting them know it's okay to love what they love and be who they are. It's about educating people on horror filmmaking. It's about showing why spooky things are just misunderstood. And that's the reason I have so many projects, because I love bringing spooky history to light with the Haunted Line. And I love talking about what horror means to me as a Latina filmmaker on Not Another Spooky Podcast. And I love Halloween hunting and vlogging. I love it all. And I'm sure you can see that my face lights up when I talk about it. But the problem is I can't do it all and have a full-time job and take care of myself and be a good wife and a good dog mom and pay the bills. Mr. Spooks has been the most incredible husband I could ever ask for. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't be able to do any of this. When I lost my job, I went into survival mode immediately and did not take a break. I thought, okay, Halloween hunting season is coming, and maybe that'll pay the bills for a while and it will help for a bit, but the reality is that that's not sustainable, and it's not the only thing I love doing. If I want to do this, and I want this to be my full-time job, I have to find a way to make this channel work year-round, and the only way I can do that is by being honest with you and finally taking a leap into something I've wanted to do for years, but haven't had the resources, mental capacity, or courage to try. But the truth is that this creator lifestyle will never be sustainable for me if I don't start incorporating something very important: my well-being. Since moving to Colorado, I've had a really hard time losing weight, and I didn't understand why until recently. When I finally got a break from the constant stress and chaos of a full-time job and running a channel, I finally had the time to process a few things that happened to me behind the scenes over the last 3 years. I've shared this subtly elsewhere, but never publicly on YouTube, so I guess it's time. When we moved to Colorado in 2022, Mr. Spooks was unexpectedly diagnosed with cancer. At the time, I held it together and I thought I was fine, but it honestly took a whole year for the reality of what happened to hit me emotionally. And boy, did it hit me. He is completely okay now, and we're incredibly grateful it was caught at stage 1, and the doctors in Colorado were absolutely amazing. But the financial and emotional stress really took a toll on me. That's why I kept my job and I kept putting out content through all of it. There have been so many moments in the past 5 years where the little money I made from content literally paid our bills. I can't tell you how hard it was to constantly be told I was working too hard and had no option. YouTube has changed my life and saved it so many times. It has allowed ends to meet for us over and over again. It's just never been enough to replace my income completely. By the end of that year, I was officially diagnosed with PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's a very misunderstood chronic illness that doesn't get nearly enough respect. At first, I thought, okay, that explains their irregular periods, but I didn't really process it. I kept yo-yo dieting. I tried things that used to work and they didn't. I kept thinking, I'm the problem. I just can't get it together. But it wasn't me. So last week, my Apple Watch notified me that my resting heart rate had dropped 13 beats per minute from where it was the previous time frame of me still working. And that was very insightful. Mr. Spooks had been telling me that I seemed more relaxed, and I didn't get it because I still felt scared every day because we're not just trying to make ends meet right now. As you know, we're also trying to fund our first short film. We're literally building our dream while figuring out how to survive day by day. But that moment told me something, that even though the corporate world provides financial security, this path is literally healthier for me. I don't know what other sign I would need, but unfortunately, the truth is PCOS worsens with high stress and emotional trauma. Looking back, it makes complete sense. Being the caregiver, the breadwinner, and a YouTuber, all during one of the hardest years of our lives, while adapting to an entirely new state, sent my body into a complete flare-up. And on top of that, I was diagnosed with severe obstructive sleep apnea at the end of last year. There was a lot happening internally that I just kept ignoring because I've been in survival mode for so long, trying to chase 2 dreams: corporate success in marketing and creative freedom as a storyteller. And I realized this is my last chance to try and make this dream a reality. Not in a support me or I quit kind of way, but in a my mental and physical health cannot afford for me to keep trying to make this dream a reality if I have to go back to work kind of way. I don't think I will ever quit creating videos because how many times have I tried that now? But I do know that if this is not in the stars for me, my mental and physical health always have to come first now. So if I have to go back to work in a couple of months, my creative process will have to slow down a lot. And I'm not ready to accept that reality. So I am all in, and I'm betting on Mandy Spooks on myself for the first time. And I'm starting a series. Ooh, I promised I wasn't going to cry in this video, you guys. And I'm starting a new series that I hope will help make this channel more sustainable for me long term, bring our community closer than ever before, and maybe, just maybe, show you why making this dream a reality means so much to me. I am going on a healthy for Halloween journey, and I am taking you with me on this channel. I wanted to do this for so long, but never felt ready out of fear of a lot of things, being judged, maybe you guys not wanting this kind of content, and if I'm being honest, failure, because it is a very vulnerable subject. I thought I had to have like actual results to do something like this, but then I saw Rosie Beam doing a Hotter by Halloween series, and she was just showing up and sharing the journey. And it made me realize that maybe I don't have to lead the Ghoulster Squad every time. Maybe I can ask for support too. If I share my health journey, I can do what I love, stay accountable, and hopefully help others too, all while still living my best spooky life. So many of you have reached out saying you don't feel confident in your bodies, and it breaks my heart. I get questions all the time like, how am I confident? How do I dress so cute at my size? Where do I find my clothes? And yes, I am very proud of my fashion sense, so thank you. But I want to stress that you can be a gorgeous hot ghoul at any size. But if it's affecting your health and you're feeling overwhelmed and have no idea where to begin, maybe we can figure it out together. Personally, I really want to feel good again. I want to have the energy to go to the pumpkin patch, the haunted house, and Halloween hunting for an entire day. The Ghoulster Squad has always been absolutely magical, and I think that sharing this journey can only bring us closer than ever before. And hopefully, it can help us all along the way. I want to be clear that this channel is not changing, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to be going Halloween hunting and sharing my best spooky life, but a very big part of that now is going to be how I add a little bit of Halloween magic into my health journey so that I can live my best spooky life to the fullest. No more being afraid of whether or not my body can handle going to a specific Halloween event or feeling anxiety over having to leave my house because of the state of this world. My goal is that with Healthy for Halloween, we can add some Halloween magic to the things that scare us and overcome those things so that we can enjoy the entirety of true Halloween magic. I know that there will be so many of you who may not even be on a health journey, and maybe this will be the sign and the support that you need to go on your journey with me too. And there will also be ghouls who have been living their best healthy life for a long time that can help us with the tricky things. And not just the serious, scary stuff, but like the silly stuff that we're all too afraid to ask. Like, why the heck do chia seeds stick to everything even after you put things in the dishwasher? But also when we get to a point where we are at a plateau and we need some extra love or tricks and treats. My dream is that the Ghoulster Squad becomes a safe space for anyone on a health journey, no matter where in that journey they are, because the truth is, our health can be one of the scariest topics of all. As much as I preach about living your best spooky life, the reality is that we do need to enjoy it to the fullest without fear, fatigue, or physical limits. I am still figuring out what the format of the series will be, and it will probably change over the next few weeks. But the one thing I know is that I am going at it with a place of a lot of love, patience, and positive energy. And you can expect a variety of things everywhere from meal prep videos to self-scare days when I am having a PCOS flare-up day and I literally need to rest in order to recover from what's happening to my body. Some of the deeper emotional stuff I'm working through is still very personal, but I've been talking more openly about it in a safer, more intimate space on Patreon where I feel more comfortable knowing who's watching. Maybe one day I will get to a point where I can share that publicly, but for now, it is still a personal healing journey that I'm on. So if hearing more about what is going on behind the scenes and how badly I really want this to work out for all of us has provided more insight, and you want to keep getting Mandy Spooks magic at the capacity I've been producing because I love doing that for you, then I would greatly appreciate your support more than ever. And I have a few free and paid ways you can help make my dreams come true. First and foremost, did you know that 58% of my viewers are not subscribed to this channel? That's so crazy to me. So if those of you who are watching who aren't subscribed do subscribe, it would help me immensely with being able to get brand partnerships that would help supplement my income. And liking and commenting on our videos goes a long way too by telling the algorithm our content is valuable, which will in turn push it out to more people. Getting into the paid support, you can tip me on any video or live stream. If you are watching on a computer or mobile phone, all you have to do is click on the heart icon with the $sign that says thanks, and you can tip any amount as low as $1.99. The biggest way you can support me right now is by subscribing to my Patreon. We have tiers starting as low as $3 a month, and it honestly is the most important source of income I have because it provides a steady, reliable way to keep the stream going. I know talking about money as a creator is taboo, but I have always believed in being transparent, and maybe by opening up, it helps show why things like Patreon really do matter for the creators you love. Supporting us, even in small ways, directly impacts our mental health, stability, and ability to keep doing what we love. Patreon is also the place that you will get the most spooky bang for your buck because I am producing even more content there. For less than a single Starbucks run at $3, you get exclusive member polls and my new spooky Soirée podcast named by the Ghoulsters. At $5, you get access to members-only events and bonus videos. And for $10 a month, you'll get behind-the-scenes vlogs of our filmmaking process. And we're taking you everywhere with us, from the casting process to our first table reads to how we are working on bloody practical effects and being on the set of our short films. If perks aren't your thing and you just want to send a little bit of love and magic my way, I do have a wish list on Throne where you can send me items and I will include them in an unboxing video because, as you all know, Halloween decor and unboxing videos do get a lot of views and help a lot with our ad income. And lastly, I do now have a P.O. box if there is anything that you would love to send my way, which would also be included in any unboxing videos. And of course, there is always spooky merch. Okay, I know that was a lot of information, so I have included all the ways you can support me in the description below. I have learned with time that everybody likes to contribute in different ways, so I wanted to provide some options that could work for anyone on any budget, and any support each of you provides truly does add up and goes a long way. Simply put, I unfortunately am on borrowed time, so if you have been loving all this content, just know that I'm trying to make it forever. I want to make my dream happen, I want to make Mr. Spooks' dreams happen, and I want to bring this community closer than ever. This is not me asking for a handout because I hope you guys have seen and know that I really do take this seriously and I put so much heart, love, and hard work into everything I create. Thank you for listening, for caring, for giving Mandy Spooks a platform, and for giving me the chance to even make this ask. I'll see you here next Sunday with our first Healthy for Halloween vlog, and of course, more Halloween adventures in the meantime. Until next time, sending you ghouls and kisses. Bye!